Women are the same everywhere and always have been. This is the Experienced Optimist, and I want to share an article with you guys today. Something I thought about and I think about a lot. A lot of men still think that women are not the same everywhere. And I think this is very dangerous to think that. I myself used to think that when I was younger. And then I came to find out that women are the same everywhere. They just have different methods of controlling men and gaming men when trying to use them for their resources. So the author says women are the same everywhere. There may be more restrictions on their behavior in other places, but it's only a matter of time before that falls apart. Even Muslim countries are feminist in a peculiar way since burqas and sexual harassment lawsuits are similar. On top of that, women have always been the same. There's plenty of proof of this, but the latest comes from Marky Mark's blog. And in Marky Mark's blog, there are 2 quotes by Leo Tolstoy. The first quote being, "Tie yourself up with a woman, and like a chained convict, you will lose all freedom." If you only know what women in general are, egotism, vanity, silliness, triviality, and everything. That's what women are when they show themselves as they really are. No, don't marry, my dear friend. Don't marry. That's Leo Tolstoy, War and Peace. And the second quote, which I find to be somewhat funny: "Women are generally stupid, but the devil lends her brains when she works for him. Then she accomplishes miracles of thinking, farsightedness, constancy, in order to do something nasty." Leo Tolstoy, 1898. The author then goes on to write, Leo Tolstoy lived in the 1800s before modern feminism in Russia. Yet the problems he describes with women are the same that we have now. The only difference is that women now have the weapon of government to use against men. This means that even if the weapon of government is taken away from women, it doesn't mean that men are safe. It also means that expediting to find a non-American or non-Western woman doesn't work either. Women, other than the small few who get it, are the same everywhere and always have been. I think this article represents something that I think men need to think about. I remember I had a buddy, and at the time, I remember telling him that he needs to go overseas to find a woman. I was still blue pill / purple pill. And I told him, I was like, women overseas are better. You can find a better woman in places like Colombia, Brazil, Eastern Europe. And this is before I knew female nature. I came across MGTOW. And the thing is, of course, on face value, a lot of these women do appear to be better. But as we all know, women around the world just have different types of game that they use. Some women are more submissive, that's what they use. Some women are more in your face. When they want to trap a guy that has a big ego and he wants to get the woman to submit. Some women are a mix of both. Some women use cooking to get a man. Some women clean and they talk up a man's ego. But ultimately, the end goal is always the same: to control the man and to get resources and look out for themselves only. But back to my friend, I told him that if he went overseas, he could probably find a woman that was better. He went over to the UK, And I think to this date, he probably lost about 10 grand that he spent on the women over there. This includes hotels and trips back and forth to the Ukraine. But when he did go over there and date the women, they said that they were family oriented. They said that obviously a lot of them. I mean, all of them. He showed me pictures. They were beautiful. He said that they knew how to treat a man right, and they were traditional women. They didn't have sex before marriage. I mean, they ran like this game on this guy, and he ended up like buying them, like paying for expensive hotels and giving them money and the money for English classes, which obviously they didn't ever use. And he spent a lot of money. They did him probably more wrong than any American woman that he had ever met previous to those trips. And it just goes to show you, if a woman can use you, she will. So I wanted to make this video because I wanted to see if I could at least reach one man. If I could at least reach one man to stop him from making that same mistake that my friend made, and to change the thinking that I had earlier on. If I can do that, then I've done my job. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button, and I'll talk to you later.